see it?
We should have redone one with the new wrap.
Hey gang, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Drop it.
Welcome everybody to episode 7. Be loyal to your soil. I always want to say like be lawyer to your soil. I don't know why I do that, guy. Been doing this for 7 weeks now. I got Kyle Bredemeyer. Did I say that right, Kyle?
Yep, that's right.
He's the logistics manager at Holganix Midwest, which means he's the one who ships your product. And if I say any of this wrong, Kyle, just correct me. Madison Mohrfeld kind of leads the grow side of it, does a host. She does everything. How about that? Let's say it like it is. Madison Mohrfeld, Kyle. Welcome to Be Loyal to Your Soil. As always, every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, we're talking about Holganix products. We're talking to the growers. We're talking to people who work at Holganix. Tonight, we're talking it's kind of behind the scenes people that are making sure things are happening. And one question we get a lot is, how do we keep the bugs alive? How long do the bugs last? Different things like that. So as always, please let us know where you're watching from tonight and what the temperature is at your place. 2 weeks ago, for episode 6 and a half last week, we did a grower meeting in Springville, Iowa. And so we really didn't do a podcast last week. I got a couple of videos down there, post them on the Facebook page. But let us know where you're watching from. And it definitely, Kyle was joking earlier, I wish it would make up its mind, either freeze or dry out, because it's a muddy mess out there right now. I'm actually down in Florida. I came down to Ocala, Florida last weekend. We do a lot of live streaming truck and tractor pulling for beermoneypulling.tv. We tested some of our new equipment last week, and then I flew over to Pensacola. I'm a mortgage loan officer. That's my real job. And been working my whole week here in Pensacola in the office. And then I fly out to Orlando tomorrow night. And then in Satsuma, Florida, we're going to do another live stream this weekend. So welcome to Be Loyal to Your Soil. Madison, Kyle, talking Holganix. And again, we're talking behind the scenes this episode a little bit about how the product is stored, how the product gets there. So Madison, Kyle, welcome to episode 7. You're our special guest tonight. Madison, kind of tell everybody what you do on a daily basis at, I know you help line up the grower meetings and the go grows and all that stuff, but what do you do, Madison, behind the scenes to keep everything moving for all the salespeople and the agronomists and everybody out on the road?
Yeah, right now it's a lot of the go grow stuff just because we're booking meetings in the sales season. But otherwise, Jenny and I work together a lot on marketing stuff. I do a lot with the website. So if the sales guys have recommendations of things we should add, we recently added an ROI calculator that can kind of help you calculate stuff about your farm. So that was a big that we worked on.
Madison, that's on the website, Madison?
Yep. It's on
Holganix Midwest.
Yep.
I'm going to put that in the comments for everybody, and I'm going to show it on the screen while Madison talks about it. Give me a second. I got to be a good host here, Madison, and take care of you. Give me a second. I'm going to bring the website up. Give me 3, 4, 5. Share my screen. Here we go.
Gosh, I hope it works now that you're putting it on. So yeah, it's right on the top.
This is the Holganix Midwest website. Resource slide. Where would it be at? Oh, right ROI calculator. That stands for return on your investment. I'm a mortgage lender. I know what that stands for. I don't know what PK and SK and nitrogen, all that stuff means, but I do know what ROI means. So, okay, I'm clicking on the calculator.
Yeah, so you can choose corn or soybeans, and then cost of your Holganix, whether you're putting on spring product, fall product, both. It's to the far right. And then you can just play with the sliders with your inputs.
I want 300. I want 300. I want 298 bushels an acre, Madison.
Yeah, we might need to up that. We might need to make the slider go a little further.
Yeah, you better. Might get some 300 plus. We don't want to let anybody down. Mark Crowley's checking in for Minnesota. Marty Samuelson's checking in for Ravenna, Nebraska. So it says, feels like planting season here in Nebraska, 60 degrees in Ravenna. So what is it in Iowa, guys? What's the temperature out today?
I think the highest I saw today was 58 degrees. And then it kind of
Legitimately, 2 weeks ago, we were in the coldest like ever. Like it was stupid. It was stupid.
like a real feel of negative 50 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that. What are corn prices right now? 4 or 5? Where are we seeing? I'm not a farmer, guys. Sorry.
I think it's right around that $4.50, $4.50, maybe a
So
little lower.
I'm just showing people. You just slide your little slider like this.
Yeah.
And then what's Holganix yield impact mean, Madison?
Just how much you think you're going to yield higher.
Per acre?
Holganix, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then so if I did 500 acres, what's realistic target yield I should put? Maybe 220, 240, 250. I know we see a lot of different, it depends upon the dirt. All the guests we've had, guys, there's parts of Missouri that they're happy with 200 because the dirt are 180. And then there's other parts that if they don't get 280, they're mad. So
yeah. You can just do spring or whatever.
Yeah,
this is kind of in the selling season right now. So then that removal rate kind of that auto populates. And then the more you play with it, the more it shows you on the bottom your ROI kind of.
Yeah, so here's your nitrogen and is P is phosphate, right? Or is K phosphate? Or K sulfur? I don't even know. All that stuff. But you can play with all this and see all your impact, potential net profit. This is cool.
Yeah, it's like it's the page that people spend the most time on. So we're hoping people are enjoying it. We're always taking suggestions, how it can get better. Yeah. So the website's a big thing. And what else?
I put that link in the comments. And I feel like Madison, that's something we should probably pop on social media too if you haven't done it yet. I can make a post on Facebook for you. So
cool.
That's neat. I mean, I'm telling you, this is numbers don't lie. And that's been the one thing that Madison and Kyle I've been talking about all the time is that, again, I'm not a farmer. My dad is, but numbers don't lie. And you've had people on every week that, a couple years ago, they'd heard about it and, oh, what is this snake oil? And now they've tried it and now it's working and they're going to use more and more of it every year, or they're going to use all their acres with it. The pretty common thing I'm seeing is, okay, I'll try 500 to 1,000 acres this first year, or a couple totes or whatever that means. We'll talk about totes a little bit with Kyle, but then, what do you kind of make some test trips? I think is what some of the guys said. Mike Batson said, I think, is that the agronomist name, Mike?
Yep.
So Eddie Payne says, hola, Madison and Kyle. So hola means hello in Spanish, I believe. Is that correct? You have a Hispanic friend, Eddie. Is he from Mexico, Madison?
I don't think he's from Mexico, but he's something.
He's something. So somebody watching on Facebook on one of I think they're watching in the Beer Money Pulling Team group. It says Madison is good with her job. Let's go find out. Let me look quick who's giving you compliments, Madison.
Yeah, wow. I'm flattered.
Again, episode 7, Kyle Bredemeyer and Madison Mohrfeld. Madison just helps kind of make it all happen. And Kyle works, he's a logistics manager at Holganix Midwest. We're going to talk about what Kyle does here in just a little bit. But we like to get together once a week and just have a little fun, talk about Holganix and what they can do for you. That's Kevin Davis from Wayne, Nebraska, saying Madison is good with her job. So awesome. I know they had a Go Grow meeting a couple weeks ago, right, Madison?
Yep. Kevin helped put one together. It's pretty successful. So we're excited to see where it ends up.
I don't know if he's a fair board president. He's on the fair board out there. They put on one whale of a tractor pull with the Outlaws. I don't know the dates on it this year yet. He'll be mad at me for not knowing. He lives in Arizona right now, and he said, I guess I don't tell you guys my temp. It's probably like 90. Michelle Mueller, am I saying that right? Checking in from Muscatine, Iowa.
Yeah.
And Eddie Payne says, I'm from the suburbs of Mexico. Okay, welcome. I hope you brought your passport with you. You didn't sneak across illegally. So all good. It's all good. Anyway, this ROI calculator is up there for you farmers and agronomists that want to check this out. Really cool. Super easy to use. Even a mortgage guy could use something like this. You can put all your inputs in there and basically get your ROI per acre. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. And again, this is on the website and that is in the comments as well. Otherwise, go to holganixmidwest.com, click on ROI calculator.
I'll say one more thing about the website. On the homepage, we recently added our schedule. Or you can click schedule also in the top and it'll take you right down to it. So if you're, you can kind of see where our meetings are in the upcoming few weeks, trade shows we're going to. Everyone's always welcome at a Go Grow meeting. So if we're near your area and you want to join.
So you have some people at Iowa Ag Expo right now.
Yep.
It appears.
Yep.
And then our fantastic podcast is on the schedule. And then Scotland County, Missouri, Wisner, Nebraska, Clarion, Iowa. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, guys. Lamoni, Iowa. I love it. Hawkeye Farm Show. Where's that at?
That's in Cedar Falls.
Okay.
We've never done that one, so we're going to give it a try.
I like it. Justin Moeller says, hi, Kyle. Kyle, say hi to Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Your friends are watching. That always makes it more fun. So, please, you guys have any good stories about Kyle or Madison that you could put in the comments? That would be fun. That always makes the show, the podcast, a little more exciting as well for everybody out there watching. So it's all good. It's all good. So again, HolganixMidwest.com. That's the website. We got an About Us section. Got products. Got the resource library. The Go Grow campaign. Say hello. That's probably a check-in. And then there. So very cool. Very, very cool. So I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Kyle, logistics manager, Holganix Midwest. What does that mean in English? And then speak Spanish for Eddie Payne too. He speaks.
Yeah. So basically, I do all the shipping.
Kyle, where's your beer? Kyle, where's your beer?
I'm not drinking the whole month of January, so last day.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Let's have a moment of silence for Kyle and his pancreas.
Going to play pool tonight, and I think I'm gonna have my first adult beverage in a while. So
nice.
That'll be fun.
Eddie Payne's winning the. He's gonna get a free t-shirt. Whoever makes the most comments on the podcast gets a free t-shirt. We're starting that today. Okay.
Eddie will win that.
Yeah.
He is a master. So
Eddie's in the lead so far here. Eddie's in the lead. Sorry, Kyle. Back to your job. I'll try to be quiet for 30 seconds. Okay.
No, yeah, you're fine. So basically, what I do is come around planning time. I'm constantly on the phone, just lining up trucks, talking to all the customers. I have a great contact list of truck drivers that are awesome for us. They're like at our beck and call whenever I need them. We've been very lucky with that. Just like right now, I'm in the stage of I have a map with all the customers that have ordered so far and just kind of booking them where a truckload would work the best. And then come springtime, it gets crazy. We're constantly loading trucks out. I'd say I shoot to load them out pretty early. I like to have most of the trucks out of here by 6 o'clock. So we're out here early loading trucks, splitting totes, making sure they're wrapped in the covers, just filling out paperwork. It gets crazy, but it makes the days go by quick, which is nice. So
it's funny. A lot of people Kyle met in the last year were like, "Oh, you're that guy." They've only ever met people on the phone.
Yeah, so it's nice to put a face to people's names. I tell them all the time, I'm like, yeah, I've talked to him before, but I don't know what they look like. So it's just a lot of I would say it's a lot of prepping, just being able. I'd like to have 7 or 8 trucks booked out 2 or 3 days before, so I kind of know what's going on, and that's just sitting down, getting a list together. We can fit 16 totes on a semi-load, so basically lining up full truckloads and making it easy for the truck drivers as well. Sometimes it gets a little crazy because a lot of people, if they order half totes, it's a lot of stops, and one stop, 16 stops is a lot. So just kind of putting that together and making sure that we can hit all those places in a timely manner.
Absolutely. Madison and Kyle, do you care if I put some of those pictures you guys sent me up and kind of talk about them a little bit?
Yeah.
So
basically, this is the corporate company's out of Pennsylvania, and they deal a lot with lawn care in smaller quantities for vegetables and all that. So from 2010 to 2021, they really worked with 2.5 gallon jugs, and they kept them in little fridges like this. And we have one in the shop now that we hold test samples in. So the next picture kind of shows where we've grown from that time till now. So at the shop here, there's 2 sides. The one side where Mel makes the product, and the other side is cooled. It stays at between 37 and 40 degrees, basically once those microbes have been fermenting for their process that Mel does, she moves them into the cold storage and cools them down so they go dormant. And they stay in there wrapped in these foils until they're ready to go out to the farmers. And once they leave that cold storage in that bubble wrap insulated cover, they have 6 to 8 weeks outside of the cold storage. So it's not like this is, as Brian Hansel, he loves to say, it's not ice cream, which makes sense. 6 to 8 weeks, it's still quite a window. So I try to kind of push it on the farmers a little bit if we're getting close and I need to get something moved. Just tell them like, hey, you got 6 to 8 weeks. And if it gets really bad, we had a couple guys last year where, they were farming down in the river bottoms and they couldn't get it on. So, we replace it, which is nice, but it does have a shelf life. It's just not extremely long, but still a pretty good window.
I want to share that video of you guys wrapping a tote. I know it's sped up, but it's kind of fun to watch. So
This was Madison's favorite job this spring. She loved it.
I'll play it a couple times. So do you guys ever get on the little spinny thing and wrap each other up in foil or in wrap?
Yeah, actually, our office manager, accountant Tammy, and I got on it one day, and then it was not being able to stop. It's kind of a funny story.
I worked at a creamery for my in-laws from 2007 to 2016 before I got into mortgage, and we used to wrap pallets by hand. Just walk around them with the plastic wrap, and then we got one of these, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Life changing.
That's what we did. We didn't get this last year until
like the end of the season.
So we wrapped them by hand.
Yep.
I don't know how many. That's
Plenty.
what took so long. This thing's pretty nice.
I think for Halloween next year, I'm going to be a Holganix tote. Actually, I'm going to dress up as a Holganix tote for Halloween. I like going to people's houses that have Jell-O shots for trick or treating. Just a heads up on that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll make sure we have some just in case if you show up, Jason.
So I need to go trick or treating down in West Union.
Yeah, come swing into West Point.
Or West Point. I call it West Union. Whatever. It's West something.
So basically, if you have any problems with your deliveries, you know who to call.
Yeah,
they're right there. So is it true you two are also making out when you're not at work? You got engaged. I heard that's a rumor. Is this true? Or are you not kissing yet until you get married?
The rumor might be true, maybe.
Why does one quit drinking for a whole month? I quit drinking all summer. I'll be honest with you. I was on my diet. And it's not so much that I think alcohol is bad for my calories. It's the decisions I make when I'm drinking. Like, hey, let's order pizza every day. And so I put in my liver. I haven't drank in 8 days. So
You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So it's all good. No, seriously, you guys got engaged, I believe, this fall, correct?
Correct. Yep.
How long have you been dating?
Long time.
I don't know.
A
few years.
Yeah, a few years.
Kyle, what's Madison's favorite color?
Red.
Okay, Madison, what's Kyle's favorite thing to eat?
Well, first of all, my favorite color is not red. My favorite thing to eat, probably a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Or spaghetti, yeah, spaghetti.
What's the date? Do we have the date planned yet?
You had to bring it up.
Sore subject.
Well, you can't get married during tractor pulling season, okay? And you can't get married in the spring or the fall because you're busy. You got to get married in the winter, right? That's how that works.
Getting married in December. We just don't know what day.
Don't do it during the outlaw banquet. Heads up on that. So I'm just saying.
Oh, we already talked that out.
Actually, get married and then have the reception at the outlaw banquet in the Ozarks because it's a freaking party already. So
yeah, that would be fun.
Well, and that place is awesome.
It is. Eddie must be a smartass. Kyle loves family buffet, so I'm guessing that's one of your buddies.
Well, I do love that place, and Madison does not like it, but sometimes I drag her there.
I had some tacos today. Oh, don't we have a little place next to our office called Rockstar Tacos? It's very good. So Eddie might work there if you know what I'm saying. So it's all good. Dan Moore says, "This is one of your buddies too. Unloading hay bales is a job as well." Smiley face. What's the story behind that, Kyle?
So whenever it's not shipping season, I basically do whatever Brian Mohrfeld tells me to do.
Yep.
So I get a lot of other jobs. I help with the show steers at Emma shows.
Emma's my younger sister. They don't know who it is.
Oh yeah, Madison's little sister Emma.
Yeah. Hey Kyle, kind of new little backstory, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry. And then we got some hay from Dan, and I helped him unload those. I'm just kind of a jack of all trades.
Yep. Well, honestly, that's what farmers are. You just do this one week, you do this next week, and you do whatever it takes. It's all good.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Trent, is it Piper or Peeper? Peeper? Peeper. How did he propose?
You tell him.
Madison and I went out to eat.
To the family buffet? Did you go to the family buffet?
Nope. I actually took her somewhere nice that night.
I would have never suspected it if we went there.
Yeah.
Like Red Lobster, somewhere fancy?
No, it's a restaurant around home. So went there and then went back to the house. And actually, Madison didn't want to come inside because we were supposed to be going to the bar where everybody was. And she came in yelling at me because I was taking too long. And then she realized what was going on. And then,
Did you feel bad?
Yeah,
feel
I was
bad?
like, sorry. I didn't
All right.
know.
I didn't know you were going to propose to me today. That's what makes it happen.
Oh,
Did she say yes right away, Kyle? Did she think about it, or
she thought quite a while.
yeah.
Okay.
Trent actually took Kyle out that day at noon to have a drink because he was so nervous.
Yes, he
Aw. That's what good friends do?
did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we have Trent on the show once?
Yep. Yeah, I think that was like episode 3 that Trent was on.
Yeah.
Him and Justin Mankey.
Yeah, because he gets pissed when people mispronounce his last name all the time, right? If I remember correctly. Yep. I think that's him. Sarah Mohrfeld. Is that your mom, Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said Kyle likes whatever Sarah makes. So,
Yeah,
but
Sarah Mankey.
sometimes Brian hijacks Sarah's Facebook and makes comments as Sarah, even though it's Brian too. So I just
That's
want you.
true.
And
It's hard to tell who comments that, but my mom does make us lunch quite a
okay,
bit.
good deal.
It's amazing.
I talked to your dad today. He called me and asked me. He goes, "Did you really get Tony Reed to come to your booth in Louisville for Beer Money Pulling Team?" I said, "Absolutely." So he thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
That's Kevin Davis says the party is great in the Ozarks. It is. It's a very good time. Dylan Mabus. Am I saying that right? Mabus.
Yep.
He says Fish Friday. What's the story behind that, Kyle?
So that's where Trent, Dylan, and I went the day before I proposed to Madison was the Fish Friday.
Okay.
They call it Fish Friday. It means you're not working too hard in the afternoon on Friday. You're just kind of taking it easy.
In Wisconsin, we call those safety meetings where you start drinking. Like if there's a safety meeting at noon, it means there's a whole bunch of bush lattes showing up at the shop, and the guys they're going to be there, and they're going to tell their wives they're at work, but they're drinking the beers. That's what safety meetings are in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
So
We've had a
we'd like to know, for everybody watching live right now, tell us what you guys use for slow days in Iowa. You said West. You guys are from West Point, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So they're Fish Friday. That means they're drinking on Fish Friday, and then at work, and then they also do that there. So I love it. Oh, so Brian just admitted he hacked his wife's Facebook account. Good job, Brian. Ben Brevard says, "Just a good old boy, Kyle." Oh, that's sweet.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben. No, it's fun. It's fun that you guys have a lot of friends watching tonight and doing different things, and makes it all go around and round and round. So Kyle, did you grow up in ag? Like, did your parents farm? Like, or is this kind of new to you?
Yeah. So actually, my dad used to milk cows whenever we were younger, and then we lived out on an acreage. He never really farmed it. We farmed it a couple years, and then most of the time we used it as pasture for the dairy.
Okay.
And then ran a cow-calf operation for a while. And then now he just rents out the farm ground. So we were involved with it. I showed in 4-H the whole growing up, all throughout high school. I was around it.
I like it. So Madison, you said your younger sister shows cattle.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big deal. Like, is she into it like big time? Like I'm assuming
yeah.
she is. Oh yeah.
Yep. Kyle, my dad, and Emma. It's kind of their thing.
Yeah. Cool. They got a lot of different things like that. Okay. See you guys. The realtors are telling me they're leaving for the night, so it's all good. So. Barrett Scott Felder says Barrett is watching. Do we know what that means?
Yeah. Yep. Barrett.
If you want to pick on any of these people, Kyle, just have at it, or Madison. It's all good. So.
No. Barrett's our little buddy. He's probably what, 2 years old. They trusted us to babysit him by ourselves for the day. So that was impressive. A lot of trust from those guys.
Yep. I like that. I like your hat, Kyle. What do you got on there? What's your logo say?
It says Holganix Midwest with the state of Iowa on it. So
How does one get a hat like that?
I'm pretty sure Madison sent you some, didn't she? Or not?
We have some. I don't know. Jenny sent us a bunch of stuff to give away at Louisville. I'm not sure. Where
I'll
do
send you.
No. I'm saying people want. I have so many hats, you guys. It's okay. Are you selling them on your website or anything like that?
No, you can just let me know if you want one.
Okay, fair enough. If anybody wants a hat, get a hold of Madison.
I'm gonna have like 78 messages in the morning.
Hope so. Means people are watching. That means people are watching.
Yeah.
Kyle, being in logistics, do you hear much feedback from the farmers, or is it more like what the salespeople and the agronomists are talking about, or like do you hear anything from the truck drivers or the farm side, or what do you hear?
I hear a lot from the truck drivers. I mean, I'm constantly on the phone with them. That's most of it that I hear from. I hear a lot from the sales guys too. It gets a little crazy in the spring, where we're shipping stuff out and the sales guys are still selling. There's a lot of quick turnarounds there, and we try to be as quick as we can, lining up something to get it there. We take it ourselves, basically just trying to make it as quick as possible. I hear from about everybody.
Nice.
There's constantly always another phone call. I'm pretty bad about putting names on numbers of customers. So in the spring, I just constantly, it's almost like just spam calls on my phone because they're random numbers, and it takes a little bit of time to realize who you're talking to, but
Maybe we should work on that.
yeah.
I had a lead named Denise call me like 3 months ago. A realtor had told me to call me for a mortgage, and I put her in my phone as Dennis because I was in a hurry. And so today when she called, I tried to be all cool, like, "Hey, Dennis," and she's like, "It's Denise." I'm like, well, I go shit. And then,
Yeah.
but it broke the ice, and she filled out my application. We're working on her pre-approval right now. So in the end, it worked out okay. But I was embarrassed at first, so I'm not gonna lie.
It's like an icebreaker.
Yeah,
I guess I really don't have that many calls back. I was really surprised, how good people are of answering their phone call with an unknown number. I realized that this last spring. They're pretty good about answering, which made my job a lot easier. But yeah, you still have those every once in a while.
Oh, here's a good one. Jenny Honig says, Todd Bowles had Brian Mohrfeld in his phone as Brian Storage.
Yeah, Todd's like, well, I don't know how he said that's how he met him. He had the storage building or whatever, and it actually used to be Brain Storage.
Yep, that's very common to misspell Brian.
So
that's fun. That is super funny. I love stories like this. I mean, if you ever want to sit with your buddies and then call them and then see what name pops up on their phone or what music plays, that's when you know when people really like you. Those are what the good friends are. Those are what the good friends are. That's what it's all about. I want to jump back over to the website if you don't mind, Madison. I'll be honest with you. I've never really spent some time on there, and that ROI calculator is pretty cool. I want to kind of just show people all the other cool features that are on here. Again, it's episode 7. Madison Mohrfeld, Kyle Bredemeyer with us tonight on episode 7 of Be Loyal to Your Soil, talking about Holganix Midwest and what they can do for you. So I'm at holganixmidwest.com. I'm going to throw that in the comments again for everybody. Give me 1 second. So that'll be in there. And a lot of people watch this later in the week as well. Holganixmidwest.com. Now what do? You go up here in the top right corner. You can see I have my YouTube open, my inbox, and my Canva tab. ROI calculator right there. And this is what we're talking about.
Jenny.
What's that?
Jenny loves Canva.
Oh, Canva's the best. That and CapCut. I love CapCut and Canva. It's how to do graphics for simple people. It's like my beer money team. They use Adobe fancy shit. I don't even know how to turn it on.
That's what Jenny uses. She actually hates Canva.
So Jenny's hey Jenny, this is where I make my graphics. Just full transparency here. So for my podcast. So if you want to make these for me, Jenny, with your fancy stuff, let me know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'd be all for that. Then here, guys. So I'm unveiling the new look of my tractor at Louisville. So I made that. That's pretty fancy, huh? Put a big question mark on the middle there. Yeah, so I can do all kinds of cool stuff on here. But no, it is cut and paste for real fancy people like Jenny that went to school or whatever that want to be fancy. Adobe, she says Adobe. Yeah, no, Jenny, you can make them every single week. I would not be mad at you. So I was hired to do podcast, Madison, not fancy graphics. I do the best I can with what I got. But actually, she did upload. I don't need to have my emails up on the screen. Sorry about that.
So
she did put
another thing about the website. We just got a new video done. If you go resource library, data and education, it's kind of a 20-minute video about the product, everything you'd really want to know.
That's on the YouTube channel too. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find it on
That's
YouTube.
Nice.
Find it on Bio 800 video. I believe that's what it's called. But
I'm putting the YouTube link up in the comments right now for everybody, just so you know.
cool.
Dusty Wilson says, "Can you smile, Kyle? Smile, Kyle. Smile there, Dusty."
There you go, Dusty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking down at my phone. Todd Bowles is blowing my phone up there, Jason. Wanted me to ask you about barbecuing along the highway when you blew a tire leaving Mound City, Iowa.
That was Mound City, Kansas, or Missouri. So we blew a tire on a Sunday morning about 9-10 o'clock, 100 degrees already. And I didn't have a spare with me. And we called a place in Kansas City and they said it'd be 3 hours. So we did what tractor pullers do. We got the grill out and we started barbecuing on interstate. But we put our little flare things out up the road. Okay. And the state trooper stopped, asked us what the hell we were doing. And then he realized we were the Beer Money pulling team and he wanted a t-shirt. And then he says, "How much beer do you boys have in here?" And I said, "Well, let's talk. Before I tell you how much beer we have in here, I need to know what are the consequences of having a beer." So he started talking about bills of lading and like state lines and alcohol. And I just said, "I feel like I said, I'd rather pay a fine than give you all of our beer." And he goes, "Why?" And I showed him all of our beer and he kind of chuckled. It was a Sunday. He didn't give us any. We gave him a free cheeseburger. I don't remember what we were making, but we grilled out, made some barbecue. But it did take the guy about 3 hours to get out from Kansas City on a Sunday. So Chris Wiggle has a great pull down there. It was fun. So yeah, good stories. And then everybody's driving by honking at you, and then they call you and then they say, "What are you doing? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're just waiting on a guy to come change the tire." So those skinny trailer tires on that first trailer I had, man, she blew tires quite a bit. There's those little I can't remember all the fancy words. But it was an older style trailer, guys, like an 80 or a 90, and it had those hubs where they kind of, what are those called, Kyle? They work together. Like you have to get into the inside one to get to the outside one. Bud hubs, buds. Does that sound right, Kyle?
Yeah, that might be right.
You ever heard anything that old before? You ever heard anything that old before?
That's before my time, Jason.
Well, you guys are still young. So, but yeah, that's
you scroll down from there. So that video is pretty cool. There's some data. I think. Yep. Click on not Heartland. Heartland hasn't been uploaded yet. We're working on that. But any of the other ones you can click on, and it'll take you to some.
Here's northern Missouri.
Yep, it'll take you to some real farmers' data. So
cool.
Some cool stuff.
The website is a great resource.
It really is.
People to use. There's so much information on it.
Jenny makes all of these handouts.
With Canva, probably.
I don't think so. So, yeah, just some cool stuff.
Good deal. No, it's a really nice website. That ROI calculator really impresses me. And again, it's so easy to use. You just slide around. Current inputs, input price, input reduction. You can really have a lot. This one's the best one we've seen so far, $111 ROI. So that's good stuff. Oh, that's because corn's at $6. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes the whole world. That makes the whole world go round. The prices, man. I want to really pick on Jenny now about Canva. Like just have like a little clinic on what things we can make and stuff like that. So products, our product line. So
yep,
the spring and the fall.
We're both fall and spring product.
We talked about the resource library.
Yep.
The John Deere financing, that's the you can finance this, right? I feel like I've seen that in some emails.
Yeah, so if you don't have an account yet, you can apply for an account right from this document.
Cool.
Or you can call us, Tammy. She deals with it all day long. So if you're thinking about using John Deere, she's awesome. She can help you. She helps people get signed up all the time, every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, well, does anybody have any final questions? Oops, I pushed the wrong button again. I hit the wrong one there. For Kyle or Madison, please let us know. Kyle's going to go have an adult beverage because he's old enough and he's taking a month off and he's going to shoot some pool. Is it pool league on Wednesdays?
Yes, it is.
So that's kind of where the first podcast, Madison, we had you and your dad on, right? Is that right? If I remember episode 1, and he was like, I got 30 minutes, Jason, then I got to go. So that was, I might have to
he
do that,
plays
so.
pool as well.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, Kyle, Madison, you guys have anything else tonight? Did we shared all the pictures, we shared the video, right?
Yeah,
I think we answered all the questions. Who's Eddie Payne gets a free t-shirt? Madison, can you hook him up?
I will make sure he gets one. Just looking
And
at
I want to let's give a free hat to, let's see here. Who had a good comment? A good funny one. I kind of like the Fish Friday one that Dylan Mabus came up with. That's kind of what I like that. Let's go with that one. Dylan gets a free hat. Okay. Dylan, please see Madison Mohrfeld for your fantastic gifts. There will be a tax on there. Madison will decide the tax of what you owe her. So yeah, cool. Well, congratulations on getting engaged. You guys are a great young couple. You're good people. I like that a lot. And Madison, you turned out okay, even with your dad helping raise you. And for people who know Brian Mohrfeld, that they understand that statement. And Kyle, yeah, awesome. Great podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. As always, Madison, do you want people to kind of go through Facebook or call you or get through the website? Like, how do people kind of find you? Is it through the salespeople or what do you commonly see?
I think it's a little mixture of both. We are trying to push a lot of people to our website just because we do think there's a lot of good resources on there. All of our numbers and emails are on there under the Say Hello tab. So, yeah.
Jenny Honig says beer tax. Your mom must have her phone back because she spelled thanks and Jason right. We know you're Brian. No, it's just a lot of fun doing this with you guys because I'm getting to know you guys. And I actually know who Terry and Brian are now. I think I could actually pick them out of the lineup. So that's good. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. So thank you for listening to and watching because a lot of people will listen to this on iTunes or Spotify later this week. A lot of people watch it on YouTube as well or wherever you can find us. Did he flip me off? He did. He used the right emoji. Love you too, Bri. Love you too, buddy. It's all good. No, we have a lot of fun. But every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, talking Holganix, talking with growers, talking with some the people that make Holganix happen. So if you want to be loyal to your soil for your future kids, your grandkids, and at the same time increase your ROI, return on investment, you need to put some Holganix on your field and make it happy dirt. Happy dirt. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Hey, Kyle, say something in Spanish for Eddie, would you?
That's not my strong suit there, Jason.
Adios.
Adios. Okay, yeah. Adios.
I knew that from watching cartoons when I was a kid, so it's all good. So awesome. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Hey, gang, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Drop it.